What's going on, guys? It's Lewis with Strictly Front Wheel Drive. I want to make this intro to the video that I'm going to show. I feel like I have been scrambling my videos a lot, like they're not going in order and they're not making sense, and the reason being is because I make these videos and just my job schedule, and because of everything, I just have no time to edit sometimes, and when I do get to edit, it's like I have all these videos that I want to put out, but I just don't have time to. So for that, I apologize, because I feel like you guys have been watching and like, you know, what the hell's going on, where's this, where's that. So one of the videos I'm going to post up is the only video that I have of the track that my buddy recorded. I mean, I have a couple of them, but it's the only one that's going to show anything worth watching. It's the very first run I did. I spun off the line and I missed third, got it in, and then I let off way too early, and then I ran a 13.7, I believe, 7.9, 13.79 on that run, and then the second run I broke the axle, whatever. So that's the only video I have. So proof is in the pudding that I did go to the track. I don't want you guys to think that I'm full of bull or whatever. I did go to the track. So second thing I wanted to address is the transmission. I feel like I've been floating around with it. I'm going to show you the video of after this of what ended up happening and what I had to do. It all explains it there. And I had a couple videos of Jacob's Civic. We were doing some body work on it, some rear quarter panel work. I'm not going to show that in this video, but I'm going to try to make a separate video maybe this weekend or something just on that, because I have a whole bunch of videos just scrambled around and I want to kind of piece them together. And it's just a lot of editing to do. So what else? Brain fart. Hold on. Damn, I really cannot think right now. Oh, we did some mini bike runs after yesterday, because we were all bummed out because I was supposed to put it to training together. It didn't go together as planned, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm pretty sure I explained it in the video that I'm sending it to my buddy's girlfriend's uncle's shop. He has a machine shop and he's gonna end up doing the work for me. That way we can get that axle to go in nice and smooth, no issues, and I can put the transmission back together and get it back on the road for the time being until I get the upgraded parts. As for the B20, I thought I had made a video, which I did. I actually did make a video, or not the B20. I keep thinking B20, the LS VTEC that I'm building. The LS VTEC is basically going to get pistons and rods. It's going to get, instead of doing a CSS, I'm moving towards a DevCon solution. DevCon makes this this kind of like a JB Weld putty, but it's supposed to be like industrial strength type stuff. So instead of spending the money on the CSS, I'm going to try to go the cheap route and do at least save some money on that. And for one, because I got the block for free, and for two, I really don't care. I'm not going to be making much power where I think it's going to make a difference, and there's been a whole bunch of people that are having success in it, so I don't feel like spending the money right now to get it CSS. In the future, maybe, yeah, the next block, I'll get it. I want to experiment to see how much power I can make with the setup. If the setup is good and I want to go up in power, then I'll get another LS block. I'll put the same pistons and rods in, hone it out, and I'll have all the parts, so I'll just be basically swapping the parts over, and then I can, you know, pawn off the LS block to, you know, one of my teammates or something in the future. So as far as that goes, that's in the works. That's not going to be soon. I'm working on it. Like I said, I have to get the parts. I'm still trying to get parts to fix the Civic right now for what it is, because I don't want to kind of give up on the B16 build right now and just tear it all apart and jump to the next engine. I barely even got the thing down the track, and this is the second time I've been down to the track, and I've yet to see what the car can really do. The first time was because the transmission broke. I ended up doing the LS or GSR transmission, and then I decided to jump to turbo. And I really didn't learn anything the first time from the track because the transmission broke. So I feel I need to stick with the setup in order to get myself some more seat time and learn the car more. So I'm gonna leave the setup, leave it how it is, same tune, all that. I might just get a retune, not a retune, but just a checkup to see if everything's running right. And I'm gonna try to get all those upgrades done this winter, so that way next season, next year I can come out strong, front end strong, and I don't have anything to worry about, and just hopefully have fun, hopefully be able to do more than one pass, and we're gonna go from there. If I have a successful track day, then that'll be the time where I can retire the B16 and finally get on to the LS VTEC. So here's I'm gonna show you the clip of the the racetrack first, and then all the other clips are just gonna be, you know, random stuff that I put together. The transmission, then just stuff I'll throw in there just to get some content. But just keep in mind that I have been recording. I've just been recording and not posting, which is the most horriblest thing you can ever do. But like I said, my hours are crazy, and just I have no time to edit. So this is one of the rare times when I got out early, so I have the chance to edit, and I'm just doing so to see what I can get out there. So having said that, thanks for watching. Keep watching. There's more to the video, and here's the clip for the track. What's going on, guys? Back at you as Lewis with Strictly Front Wheel Drive. So remember I was telling you guys about the diff and the axle. Here's what I had to do. Actually, I had to cut this bad boy off of here, and I had to cut chunks off of it from this side in order to get the case off, so I can get the diff all apart and see what's going on. If you see here, right there, that's where the snap ring I was talking about pinched off, and it ended up over here somehow, and that piece was actually stuck in here. So it wasn't stuck in the gear, it was just stuck in this shaft hole. This is what I was trying to say. So I gotta clean that up a little bit and get it all back together. Jeremy's scraping the old gasket maker off right now, and we're just gonna get it back together and put it back in the car.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Alright guys, so I couldn't finish put the tranny together. Before I put the diff in the tranny, I was getting ready to do that. I had it all cleaned up and all that. And Sutton told me to just try to fit the axle back in here. And it went into the gear when I took it back apart after finagling with it for a while, and it wasn't like really going in. So what I ended up finding out is this, from all the junk from the snap ring that got all messed up in there, it's actually warped. Not sure if it's from the heat or what, but I'm gonna have my buddy take it to his girl's uncle's machine shop, and they're gonna machine it, and they're gonna try to get it to the same inside diameter as the axle, the stock axle. Basically getting it back to normal, because I can feel, if you feel here, this lip is actually for some reason taller. I tried my best to sand it down as best as I could with a little bit of sandpaper. I was using a socket with some emery cloth on it, and it really wasn't working. I mean, it was getting it shiny, but it really wasn't knocking it down to the point where I needed. And before I end up messing it up, I'm just gonna let him do what he has to do. Let him get it back to normal, and then I'll assemble it back. So that's obviously gonna throw the transmission assembly back a couple days, maybe a couple weeks. But I want to do it right. I don't want to half-ass it, and I don't want anything else to happen. So I'm just thankful the diff is all right, the transmission's all right. So we're gonna go from there. But that's gonna wrap up this video. Just another update on what's going on. So once I hear back from Jeremy on the machine shop and he gives it back to me and we get it right, then I'll be assembling it. I'll be putting it back into the Civic. I am getting an action clutch, and I'm getting insane shafts. I'm not making a ton of power where I have to worry about getting some crazy stuff. I'm going to be getting 36mm axles, and the what the hell is it called? It's car something. It starts with a K. They have these 4-lug hubs with extended ARP studs on it. They're made for the bigger axles, the 36mm axles. So I'm going to be changing those hubs out of the stock Civic hubs, and I'm going to be able to run bigger, thicker axles in the front, and that's going to help improve the front end as far as strength and durability wise. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I'll get back to you on the next one.